guys, hi. I actually have a video, like, I planned this shit. I went to Dollar Tree today and got some things and I want to show you a haul. Plus I'm gonna be painting. Who gaffed? I'm gonna be painting. I got these like little canvases. I got this mirror for makeup. That's not trivial to what I'm actually going to be doing today. Got this shit. Because I talked about in one of my previous videos that I wanted to do a painting video, but I threw out a lot of my painting supplies because they were like old and grimy and shit and didn't really work. So I was like, you know what? Let's try painting with Dollar Tree equipment and see how that works out. And also I got this. I gotta set this up first. It's like a little easel. I did not actually think this through. It came with like all of these. I don't know if I need like equipment to set it up. What the fuck? They're not even labeled. It has like this little diagram. Whatever, I don't give a fuck. But it doesn't actually like give you anything that would help. This is not very fun. There's also like no way for me to make like enjoyable commentary about this. I'm not gonna use this anymore. So we've actually decided to completely move on from that because I'm not doing that shit. Dude, they do not give a fuck about children or their like interest in arts, because look at the fucking brush they include with this shit. That's literally, that's like pitiful. So I could put you over. Yeah, I guess that works. I'm gonna really try to like just make this look okay. I'm not really like shooting for the stars or wanting this to be like masterful in any way. I would just be really happy if it turned out like decent to look at, you know what I mean? Yeah, let's start. I actually have no idea what I want to paint, so this will be a journey for all of us. I used to paint a lot like before COVID and stuff, like right before COVID, like 2017, 2018, I used to paint a shit ton. And even in some of like my videos and stuff, you can see where I like painted on my walls. And even like the shit that I hang up in my room, a lot of it is like art and like paintings that I want up or that I thought were like cool decor. But I feel like it was just because like I was so fucking bored. Like I love painting, but I don't do it as much because I just don't get that bored to where like I feel like I have to create to like stay sane, if that makes sense. Like I don't have that like, oh my fucking god, I'm gonna kill myself if I don't paint because like my life is just so fucking boring, you know? But before it was like really like that. And even like during COVID, like my dad allowed us to like get school Chromebooks so that we can do our schoolwork during COVID. But he would like turn off the Wi-Fi at like 10 p.m. Me and my siblings would just be bored as fuck. Like I remember I used to like download fan fiction so that I'd have like shit to fucking read, like, cause goddamn, what else was I gonna do, you know? I also feel like that era, people like miss it a lot for some reason. And I guess some of it was like, okay, like the vibe of like 2019, 2018 was very like, it felt very different. Like it felt like, I don't even know how to describe it. It felt very like a dream almost, or I felt like it was always being recorded by like a really old camcorder, you know what I mean? It just like, even when you look back at the memories and you remember how you felt during that time, you kind of felt like you were, like you knew you were going to remember certain moments forever. And that's kind of what 2018, 2019 felt like. But people who get nostalgic over like COVID, I'm like, girl, we did not have the same experience. Like, I was fully like, that was not enjoyable in any way, shape, or form. Like, it was just so like, what the fuck? And I always hear people talk about like missing anime TikTok and stuff. But bitch, I feel like those are the types of people that didn't get into anime until COVID, which is like, okay, like whatever. Like, you're already not shit to me, and then on top of that, you're like, this is so bad. I'm like, girl, what the fuck? Anime culture and anime fandoms before COVID were like so much better. And yeah, all of the memes were like cringy and shit, obviously. But it was so fucking fun, and it was like so genuine, and you just had people who like really cared. Like, those are the people that really gaff about anime and were like super into it, because everybody was fucking getting bullied if you watched anime. I literally remember in 5th grade, like, even one of my friends at the time, she was like, ew, like, you watch anime? And I was like, yeah, bitch, like, what the fuck? Like, you already knew I was weird as fuck. Duh, I watch anime. Like, what the fuck? Like, I was always a very weird child, and not in terms of like, I'm so quirky. Like, I fully was like, the way I would communicate with people would really freak people out. It was like, you either got it or you didn't get it. And a lot of people just like, remember, a lot of people didn't fuck with me. And the people that did fuck with me were like, yeah, of course you watch anime. And I was so into it that like, I got so many of my friends in like middle school to watch anime. And I remember I would always recommend people to watch Oran High School Host Club, which is a crazy poll. Like, before anime TikTok was like a thing, that was a crazy thing to put people on like as their first watch. But I was really about that life. I was like, please just stick around, like, just wait, like, it gets good, like, please just like, don't think about the twins, like, it's fine, it'll be really good, trust. And some people got it, some people got into it. It was a vibe. But I really was about that life. Like, I was really like converting people into being anime watchers before anime TikTok. Yeah, I just don't fuck with people who were like about anime TikTok, like, for real, for real. Like, y'all just weren't doing shit before that. Like, have no sense of community, no sense of like fandom, etiquette, like anything like that. Because obviously, with mediums like anime and manga and like any TV shows like that or movies, it's like, obviously people are gonna get into some weird shit and write about some weird shit, but like, the whole point was like, if you don't like it, don't engage with it, you know? Like, yes, we know that people who are into that kind of shit are weird as fuck, but you kind of just like leave them be. Like, it doesn't need to be a conversation all the time where it's like, why isn't anyone talking about, because we had this conversation a billion times like 10 years ago. Like, you just weren't there. Like, and that's fine, but that doesn't mean your lived experience and your POV is what everybody else is experiencing, if that makes sense. It's like, yeah, obviously, the whole point of fandoms and shit like that is like, that's where the weird people go to reside, you know? Like, you don't go on Tumblr and then be shocked when you see some fuck shit, you know what I mean? It's like, that's where all the weird people congregate. Like, that's like the whole point. That's literally how Tumblr markets itself to this day. It's like, girl, what the fuck? Like, what you expect? Like, obviously they're weird, yes. No shit. But you just fucking keep it pushing. Like, it doesn't need to be this whole macabre meta, like, conversation. Like, we've moved on to bigger and better things. Like, if you don't fuck with it, you just don't engage with it. Because if you talk about it or try to garner attention to it, history has shown us that those same people that you're talking shit about will come get your ass in a really weird, freaky way. So just like, shh, like, they're listening. Like, everyone's just learned, like, who's been engaging with fandom culture for a long time. You just learn to kind of just like stick with the shit you know, and the real freak nasty people, we just ignore them. Like, you just don't really talk about them. You don't talk to them. You try not to garner any attention or engagement towards them. It's just like, they're really freak nasty sick. Like, that's the shit they like to read. Imagine the shit they do to you. Like, just shh. Like, don't not talk about it. Like, they're really scary. I don't really know what else to talk about. I really wish I could listen to music while doing this, because it would be such a vibe. What I hate about recording YouTube videos, I'm realizing, is like, now I know why fucking YouTubers always complain about like copyright strikes and shit. Like, that shit is annoying. I guess I could do like clouds here. No, I guess yeah, I know what I'm. Never mind. Everybody shut up. I know what I'm doing. Shut up. Wow. Painting is so cathartic and so beautiful. Y'all see this shit? Looks like ass. Oh my god. I'm sorry. You don't look like ass. I'm sorry. I can't believe I disrespected you like that. That painting really got its lick back. Because they were like, why the fuck would you talk shit about me? And I immediately got my shit rocked. Oh, you know what I kind of want to talk about? Clavicular. Mr. Worldwide. He is such a character. And I think what makes him so interesting is like, he doesn't really have a personality or interests outside of like looks maxing. You know what I mean? Like, whenever I've seen like clips of him talking or streaming, it's like he's like not a real person. Like he it's like he's pretending to be human, but he has nothing that like strikes you as like different from the next person, if that makes sense. Like, he has no real defining qualities outside of the fact that like he does such like insane shit to reach ascension. You know what I mean? It's like, if he wasn't doing all that crazy shit, there's nothing else that would like propel him into fame as much as looks maxing did, which is kind of crazy, because if you think about it, with a lot of other like content creators, if you take away the thing that made them famous or got them started with their platform, they're still pretty interesting people, and they still have like a lot to say, a lot to do. Maybe they've like grown a ton since then and have like pivoted their career in such a way that like the way they started doesn't even necessarily matter anymore, because it was just used to like garner attention and like catapult their career. But I feel like with Clavicular, if you took away the fact that like he's a looks maxer and did crazy shit to looks max, there's no other like like redeeming quality to him that would keep people watching, if that makes sense. And it's kind of crazy, because I feel like he only has such an audience for two main reasons. One of them being like he's garnering other young men to ascend and to looks max, and then the other being that like people who aren't a part of that community and are on the outside looking in, they like see it as like, holy shit, like watching a car crash. Like, it's like so insane that this is happening, and you don't want to give attention to it, but it's like you can't look away. And I feel like that's such a crazy way to go viral, because it does the most damage to the people that are viral or get viral through that way and through that method, because it has like no longevity, you know? And especially with the way that him and his career are moving, he's doing the classic like Miami influencer shit. He's like going out to clubs and bars, hitting on the foids. You know, he's like doing crazy shit that gets him clipped or keeps him in the public zeitgeist of content creation for a little bit, until either he does the next crazy shit. Like, right now, it's like, at the time of recording, I think it's like his nose job, and that it looks botched from what people are saying. And from what I'm observing, either he pivots his career and stops doing what he does in terms of like day-to-day streams and starts doing some like other bullshit. Like, I know that he does that thing that like fitness people do, where like you pay a subscription or a premium to get like advice and get like personal training from them. And I've seen people do that. I know that there's a market there, but again, it's like, it can't be that successful, or it can't be that maintaining in terms of like long-term revenue and like ROI. Speaking of ROI, that clip of Clavicular saying he doesn't give a fuck if the woman he's having sex with climax is so insane. Like, whoa. I think he said that on like a Logan Paul podcast or something like that. And Logan's co-host was like defending the idea that you should be privy to your partner's sexual enjoyment. And I was like, whoa, like that podcast, especially Logan as a public figure, is very like controversial, and he said and done things that would garner a lot of like red pill or black pill audience members to watch him. But even the Vicular being like very black pilled, saying that he doesn't give a fuck if the woman comes or not, that's when he was like, whoa, 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 each female is different. Also, I've seen like clips of him before he started ascending and doing looks maxing, and people have said that like kind of obvious that he was always gonna grow up and look the way he looks now, regardless of all the looks maxing bullshit. That's crazy. Like, you did all of this like extra shit and you like can't perform sexually like naturally, and you can't do so many things, and you really like diminished your life quality by so much by doing all this stuff, and it's like you would have looked like that regardless, low-key. Really insane to me. I'm really glad I never went to art school. I used to paint clouds all the time when I was really young in this room, and I remember like learning or like looking up how to paint clouds on YouTube and on TikTok. And I remember there was this TikTok account that would draw like different like Gen Z cartoons and shows or like clouds or sceneries on school calculators, and their account was like pretty popular. I want to say 2018 or 2017, and I want that guy, whoever the fuck, or that girl, whoever the fuck ran that account, I want them to know how meaningful it was to me when I was like a wee little baby. I can't believe I have to edit and post this after I'm done. Like, I have to keep looking at this bullshit. I'm hoping that if I just add a smiley face, it will like everything will just look like it was intentionally done and that I didn't just bullshit it, you know? I feel like if you add a little like cute face to a painting or something, it immediately just looks like everything was just meant to be there. So that's looking really thick and not in a good way. I want to do like a tiny little smile. Fuck. This is like okay. That was awful. Okay. Great. I'm so glad I did that. Okay, cool. Everything just looks like shit. I'm so glad. Oh. I really just need everyone to forget about that. Oh my god. Great. High five. This area is just gonna be very scary and dark. Is that okay with everyone? I just need everyone to shut the fuck up, okay? Like, I haven't painted seriously in a very long time. Okay? I was busy being depressed and unmedicated. I actually really like this color. Guys, maybe things happen for a reason. Y'all ever thought about that? What do you guys think about him? And don't be honest. Unless you think he's cute, then you can be honest. I really miss like videos where people would just record themselves painting on their like ceiling or their walls and like following Bob Ross tutorials and shit like that. But now all that people do is just like go on misogynistic podcasts and argue with conservatives on Jubilee. I don't know how to make this look good. So this is so embarrassing. Considering I literally have like a podcast with a very creative and talented artist, I was gonna beat my ass when she sees this. Sorry, Aicha. I think I'm done because I think if I keep looking at this, I'm gonna freak the fuck out and kill myself. So this is the finished product. I literally just added some bullshit. I like the crown that I added for him. His name is Tommy. But yeah, I like none of this. It looks like dick and balls and ass cheeks. And that's it. My hands, like, wow. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you the next time I upload. Bye.